Hello everybody, my name is DePoalo. I'm the Partner Products Manager over here at BobCAD CAM, and today I wanted to take a look at cycle time reduction and ways that you can use BobCAD to decrease your cycle time and allow you to get more parts out the door faster. One of the reasons why you may choose an offline CAD-CAM system or even to upgrade to BobCAD from your current system has to do with the type of strategies you can apply to different features that you may need to machine, and also being more efficient and more productive when machining these types of features. So in this example you can see we have these three different windows that we want to cut out on this cylindrical part, and there's three different strategies that I've used to machine this. The first one is this one over here. This is called profiling with side roughing, and if we come in and edit this feature, you'll see under patterns for profile you can give it the side roughing pattern. You can tell it how much material is left and how many passes you want to take that material in. If you're curious of what the step over amount is, you take the amount of stock divided by the number of passes, and that gives you your step over, your width of cut. Okay, so that's one way that we can accomplish this. The other way that we can accomplish this shape is still using the profile feature, but in this example we're going to just ramp all the way down the profile, so this way we stay in the cut the whole time. Now, one of the things that's nice about the side roughing is it will take a pass and work its way in from the outside, but one of the deficiencies about it is it rapids the clearance and comes down, so you get a lot of air time when you're doing side roughing, where when we're in a profile ramp we're going to ramp down to the bottom. Let's take a look at this feature. We come in here under patterns, we choose contour ramping, and then as far as defining the increment of the ramp, you can either give it an angle or you can give it a depth per pass. Okay, so both of these are standard machining practices, side roughing and contour ramping. We definitely should see a reduce in cycle time because we're staying in the cut the whole time, but then again, typically when you're ramping, you ramp at a slower feed rate than you would when you're side milling. Okay, the third option we want to look at here is the high-speed roughing, or high-speed pocketing, or adaptive roughing as we call it, and then this one is more of a tricordial type tool path. It's going to come in from the side and come back, and it's got smooth circular motion, entry and exit on the material. This is a more modern strategy here, and when used properly with the correct setup, you can really reduce your cycle times and get in and cut a lot faster. So let's go ahead and take a look at the simulation of this job so we can see some of the characteristics of the tool path and why you may or may not want to use one or the other. So what I'm going to do is just come down into here, and we'll look at our first cycle here. Let me toggle some of these settings so we can see what's going on. Now, this first one is the side roughing, so let's slow our speed down. And what you're going to see is it's taking the first pass, comes down, comes back up, and repeats, and it's going to repeat this process working all the way down to the bottom. So again, you see a lot of air time as it repositions from one cut to the next, and though it does an efficient job of removing the material, as it repositions, it's really not as efficient as it could be. Okay, so let's kind of speed through this one here, and we'll get into the next one. Alright, this is our contour ramping, and again what we're going to do is we're going to ramp all the way down to the bottom. Definitely more efficient in the sense of it's not retracting and going to clearance, and it's staying in the cut the whole time, so we can ramp all the way down to the bottom. You could reduce your ramp angle, that would help you increase your speeds and feeds to get down to the bottom. What I like about this particular strategy is, like I said, it's staying in the cut the whole time, so there is no air time. It just gets all the way down to the bottom at the increment that you tell it to. Now, the third one here, this is our high-speed machining or adaptive roughing, and again this is that more modern type strategy. It's got circular, and sometimes they call it tricordial type milling. It's coming in and out with smooth transitions, and because of this you can run really very fast. You're going to be able to double, even triple, quadruple your feed rate possibly, again depending on your tooling and your setup and the material you're cutting. But utilizing this strategy, we're going to take a larger depth of cut, we're going to take a shallow step over, so we're really only side milling, and we're going to try to run as fast as possible. So these are 3 different strategies that have different characteristics. Depending on the work that you're doing, you're going to find that they're going to allow you to, take different approaches to the material that you need to remove. It also reflects the type of tooling that you're going to use in your setup, but ultimately they should give you more options than what you may currently have, either programming by hand or programming with your current CAD system, cad-cam system. A really important part about utilizing CAD-CAM software and general machining practices is remembering the settings that you've used, your depth of cut, your width of cut, what was successful out at the machine. And sometimes newer users or even power users forget really one of the most useful features that BobCAD has, and it's the ability to go into a feature, right click on it, and save that feature. Okay, and why this is so powerful or so useful is because you take a lot of time figuring out your speeds and feeds, your depth of cut, your stock for finish for the different applications that you have, and every time you start a project, you don't want to start over from the beginning. You want to start over from your best practices. What was most successful in your shop. Now, in the version 26, you do have the ability to copy and paste these features into new drawings, and that can be extremely useful. You could pull up a job that you had worked with in the past. Even this one here, I can set R0. That's fine. Okay, so I have this this geometry set up now. I can pull up this file here, and if I want to copy one of these features and paste it into the new file, I can just right click, copy. I can go to the new file, right click, paste, and then I can paste that feature in there. Now, the geometry doesn't come along with it, just all of its settings. So that's a new feature to 26, to be able to copy and paste within a drawing or in between drawings. More of a classic way to store this information is to right click on a feature and choose Save Feature. Again, I can't stress the importance of that enough. You spend a lot of time going in and learning what to turn on, what to turn off, and what your settings are. You definitely want to store that information and use it in future jobs that you may get into, and doing so will allow you to be much more productive. So again, this is Al with BobCAD. If there's any feedback, comments, reply on the Facebook, the YouTube, or the thread that this video is located in. And I hope you have a great holiday, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot.